Hey guys, welcome back to Send Crypto. It is March the 9th, 2020, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time, BTC 7860 on Bitstamp. So in today's content, I'm just going to give you guys a very quick, basically detailed analysis, macro picture. It doesn't matter if BTC going to go up to 88 or 8500 range or drop down to basically 7k. That's not the purpose of this video today. Okay, so when you take a look at BTC on the macro scale, you can see like a back in 2014 2015 range, when we basically got the death cross between 21 EMA and 100 EMA. So we basically bottom just about this area of basically 200 SMA. 200 smooth moving average is different with the 200 simple moving average. Okay, so you can see we bottom just about this area. So when we pump all the way up, and we pumped all the way up to basically 20k, and then basically retested it. We basically repeat the same exact thing we did back in back in 2014 2015. We just did the same thing back in basically 2018 also, and pumped to the upside. At the same time, you take a look at it, we're about to get another crossover. I've been anticipating this crossover, but BTC pumped back to a 10.5, so we could be getting this death cross, and then basically look for this 21 EMA to move smoothly on top of the basically 200 SMA. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. But you're gonna be like, why you care about 4200? The reason why I care about 4200, I'm going to show you very quickly. On the weekly basis, it is different. On the weekly basis, back then we got a nice basically retest of the a nice squeeze between the 21 EMA and the 200 SMA, and then price pumped to the upside. But back in 2018, we did not get the same thing. Even though we got it on the 4-day chart, on the weekly basis we missed this spot. So we could be getting the weekly basis back. We could get the 21 EMA, basically retesting the 200 SMA on a weekly basis before basically moving to the upside, right? That's one of the reasons I'm just open for BTC to retest like a mid to a low 4k. It doesn't have to, right? Because it all depends how slow BTC gonna be dropping. Because if like we drop right now, okay, within the next few days we drop all the way down to to this area of 200 SMA, it is going to be just about 4k. But let's say it's going to take like, let's say it takes like 10 months, 12 months to drop down to this area. This moving average could be like a 5k. I don't know the growth rate of it right now. I will calculate it later. But you can see it like we could drop down to this area of smooth moving average. It could be 5k, 5.5k. So I'm just giving like enough tolerance for this market to basically be very volatile and basically retested in the near future, right? But at the same time, we got another trend line, right? In terms of trend lines, you can see on a monthly basis, right? On the monthly basis, before the trend line, you can see on the monthly basis we have not yet, okay, since like we pumped to 14k, broke this area of 21 EMA on a monthly basis. So both bull markets, okay, back in 2011, right, 2013, excuse me, we broke the monthly 21 EMA. We broke it and capitulated down. Back in 2017, 2018, we broke it, capitulated, and pumped back above it. Now we basically drop below it, get another pump. So I'm expecting to break this monthly 21 EMA, at least for the short term, and try to find support on the 200 weekly moving average. Okay, the 200 weekly moving average, I showed you multiple times, the 200 weekly moving average, which is just about let's do this, the 200 moving average. So currently it is at 5500. I just wanted to show you, I already know, but currently it is exactly at 5500. So we could expect, right, just like what happened in this area, right? You can see it on the 200 weekly moving average back in basically 2018. We could expect another retest of it, okay, just about 5500. If we break it, we know what to look for, all right? So we don't have to break it, but we just have to anticipate. Like you can see, like back then we broke it, right? We did break it. Like let's see how far we dipped below it. Let's say how far we dipped, just about 20%, 14 to 15%, right? So which is, you know, which is not bad at all. Like we could dip below it and basically, let's say 20%, right? If we dip below it even like, you know, 20%, it's going to be just about 4,200, right? 4,200, very close to you know, 4,400, very close to 4,200, which is a target also, you know, on the 200 SMA on the basically weekly time frame. So everything is basically aligning, guys. Everything is basically aligning, and we could be basically facing some big support if the bears decide to drop the price very low. All right, so another thing we also have to basically pay clear attention to, it is going to be this trend line on a monthly basis. You can see this trend line, guys, very important. So I haven't seen anybody talk about this trend line. Most people thought like, you know, the trend line we needed to pay attention is this, okay, and then you know, stuff like that. But yes, we have to pay attention to this trend line in the future, right? In the near future we will, okay, but not right now, okay? So but this trend line right there, very important. We got another trend line, which is the top of the bull market back in 2013, the top of the bull market back in 2013, and the bottom of the bull market of 2017 back in 2018, right? So you can see these two trend lines, they're very important, okay? So first thing first, we got support like from $2 all the way up to like a 20K, and then this trend line was like a resistance, right? Just about 1100 back in 2013, resistance just about like a mid 2017, you know, mid 2017, right? And then was like a support back in like a late 2019, okay? You can see late 20 just see 20 late 2018, okay, early 2019, and you can see like we basically retested this you know, resistance line, was like a support line. Now it is acting as a resistance, so it can be a resistance all the way up basically to 80,000, okay? We really don't care, right, about this trend line, as long as we just keep going up. At some point if we retest it, we're gonna be like, okay, it might be the top, all right? But at least for the short term, since we're dropping, we just have to pay attention to this trend line from 2013, 2018. Now we could retest this trend line at some point, right? Very importantly, you can see like if we drop right now linearly, we drop all the way down to basically to this trend line, we could find support just about 37, okay? But I don't think BTC gonna drop all the way down to 37 linearly. It could move sideways, okay? It could move sideways, and we could find a support like you know, within this range. I don't want to give no numbers, but at least for the short term, this just confirmed like our analysis, like BTC most likely could be facing lower numbers within the next few months, okay? I don't think we're going to drop to 5K this month or next month, but at least for the short term, we could find lower numbers within the next few weeks, few months, right? At least for the short term, you know, second half of 2020 or, you know, late 2020 or so on, right? That's all I wanted to cover for today, guys. So hopefully most of you guys going to be safe out there. Market going to be very volatile within the next few weeks, so best thing to do is just like stay safe. And April going to be, you know, going to be all over. I mean, April even going to be worse than basically than March. So be extremely cautious regarding like the price volatility and you know, market going all over the place, right? All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.